Hey guys. So there's something I want to tell you guys, and it's actually something that I've been kind of keeping to myself, and not letting it affect me till now. Or it has affected me a lot, but not as much as it used to, or in a sense. When people see me, I'm happy, I'm cool, and collected. Or inside, I'm literally screaming to get out. You see, I keep my emotions hidden a lot, and I don't know why I do. It's just I do. Huh. You know? One thing is that when I was younger, and I think this is how it started, a friend of mine who was the sweetest person, she was a cool friend, she always says you're cool and you're great. Somebody killed her. Stabbed her. And as a kid, I didn't know how to process it. Because that's why I was so angry sometimes. I didn't know how to process things, right? Maybe because our wiring was so bad. But I learned how to deal with it as I got older. But there's another thing. You see, I'm an actress and I've been in plays. And I got family, right? Who somewhat supports me in some things. But I feel like they don't know me. See, I feel like I could put a mask on and not show them, you know? Living in Washington, I was never close with any of my family because we lived in Oregon and I lived in Washington. Yeah, I try a relationship with them, and I do. But I've always been the person that was so different, imaginative, and I guess because I was one of the younger ones. Maybe that's why. But about 10 years ago, we prayed that there's one person that I knew that I could talk about anything. He wouldn't judge me. He wouldn't, he would just explain to me, and I would ask some questions about it, even though it was at midnight, and we would talk. Except for my dad would come down because my dad was Cliff Maloney. But we would always talk, and he would support me. Even my writing and what I want to do. And yes, he has some concerns, like most parents do, but I just felt like he can talk to me, or I could talk to him, and he won't judge me. Then, 10 years ago, he died. When they told me, I couldn't believe it. I ran up to my room and just stayed in my room. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I mean, I messaged my family on Facebook, but just to let them know. And all that stuff, but I just didn't. I remember at the funeral, one of them, military one, I was trying to keep it so together. I didn't want to cry. I didn't. I wanted to hold together, and part of me wanted that too. So when I knew I was going to cry, I went to the side and I broke down. And I hated it. yes, I miss them. And I hated it so bad that I broke down and cried. I think to myself, why did you leave now? Why? You're my one supporter. The one person I could talk to. Why? It was like, I had none of the answers, and yes, I believe in God, and yes, all that, but my faith was shaken ever since then. It's getting better now, but then it was like, I didn't know what to do. Despite everything, ever since then, I decided to keep my emotions in place. Keep them inside. You know, when I wanted to acting and I wanted to classes for it and stuff, I didn't know what to do and write. I had no supporters. No one, you know? This is what I want to do, and yet there was no one that has my back. When I'm gonna play and I see people with their friends or their families, even their families that came out to support them, and then seeing no one came to support me, I feel alone, isolated, like nobody cares. Doing a job, I had to kind of say it and praise myself. But I think the worst part is my dad's not gonna see it. Even when we write TV shows and movies, it's like he's not gonna see it. He's not, because he's not here to support me, and it's like I have no one in my corner for family. My mom doesn't get me. She never had, and she never will. Sure, I talk to her, but and sure, she kind of sees me, but she doesn't see me as me. And every time I try to talk to her about certain things, she doesn't want to talk, and I guess she has a lot to do with. But sometimes I feel like when she doesn't support me, I feel like a bad daughter. Like I'm not good enough. Well, my dad, I was good enough. And now it just seems like I'm doing all this stuff and I know I can do it, but when people saying to me, it's like, oh, you can't do it, or, you know, whatever. I don't have my dad to reassure me, to protect me, you know, from the bad things anymore. And I wish I did. And I know I got Heavenly Father up above, but it just feels like I want my dad to tell me everything's gonna be okay in college, or you can try your best and work hard, or help me to see that I can do this despite what I feel and what anyone tells me. I just want to hear that from him, because he's been through college so many times and he knows what it's like. My mom kind of does, but my dad does more. And yes, I get advice from my friends and from other family members, but it's not the same. It's not. It's here. It's not the same if I don't hear my dad say it. It's hard, because I think that's why it's hard for me to get close to somebody, or maybe it's because it's hard for me to let go, because I can't let go of my feelings and I keep them bottled up because of that. And despite the fact that I write and I play guitar and I draw, I almost had to say to myself, I was like, oh, this is good. But sometimes I don't believe in myself. Because my dad's not here to tell me, I'm in your corner. I support you. Go there and do a good job. Some of the families, auditions, like, what's that? What's this? I sometimes feel like with my family, I have to fake it. Fake that I'm happy. Fake I'm having a good time. And I don't know why. I wasn't raised that way, but I think just because I'm different. I'm down a different career path than most people. Because the arts are so different and they don't understand it sometimes. Can't even one of them does. But I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, there were recitals that I sing at, and you on Father's Day, one of the worst holidays for me. Because I see everybody out there with their dads, sitting there, and hearing their kids, or hearing them sing. And then I look out, and I don't see my dad. Which sucks really bad. Because even though I'm trying to fake it, I'm trying into the song, I want to cry. I really do. But because of me, I hold it all in and fake it when I shouldn't. But I know I gotta let it go. But it's hard. I mean, I see everybody else have supporters around what they're doing. Especially family, and who are saying, like, good job, you did great, proud of you. When in reality, I don't have my dad to tell me do a good job, and that's what I want so desperately sometimes. Because when I look on the audience, my mom's not there. None of my family's there. But I see everybody else's, and I just feel like I want to cry. So I thought, oh, let's go see the people who came. Because I mean, I'm just hoping that maybe somebody came to support me. I mean, when I just Cruise the musical, sure, my mom comes. But nobody else. And they get it. They're busy with their lives, but truthfully, the one person I want to see is not here anymore. And I know he's in my heart, but it still makes it like I want to see him. I want to see him see me on the stage. Tell me that you're doing a good job. I'm proud of you. Sometimes when my mom says it, I'm not sure if I can believe her or not. Sometimes I don't believe myself when she says it. I don't know why I do, but why I don't, but that's just me. But I know, people say to me, oh, you're like a dad, go get her. Someone who goes and do stuff. Yeah, I am, but and I feel like I had to step up and be my dad sometimes when they say that. And I don't know why, it feels like that, because I feel like my mom going through stuff, my sister going through stuff. My mom getting stressed out, my dad's not here. I feel like part of me is trying to pull this family together, hold it tightly, yet I can't do that anymore. I'm just one person. And I know I shouldn't, but I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know what to do. I mean, sure, I write, I play music, and I go to school, but with all the stressful stuff with school, my mom doesn't understand. My dad did. My dad understood everything when it came to school. Understood the late nights, understood this. My mom, I know she's worried, but I'm not sure what to do. I just want that support. And I know that's a better place, but no matter what, I'm gonna miss him. And I'm still gonna think about him. And I'm gonna start letting my emotions go, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to get through life without him. But I don't know if it's gonna be okay or not. And I think when I do acting things or singing things, gigs, and if I'm looking out in the audience, I might not see him. But I think for a fact, I might feel him. Even if that sounds weird. So yeah, that was crazy. That's one of the things that I pretty much am working on sometimes and pretty much have to deal with. And it's hard for me, I guess. Anyway, I will be doing more challenges. I just been busy. So yeah, stay safe, guys, and hopefully I do more vlogs soon.